I'ma gotta get it.
It is Condors time, and it's the best game in the world time. It's Rocket League time. Welcome to the Condors broadcast. I'm Leaf, and I'm hanging out with the nameless gamer. It's Andrew Ireland himself.
Hey.
And you like Rocket League?
Oh, yeah, I love Rocket League.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fun time then. Yeah, we got a doubleheader tonight. It's going to be busy with action.
Yeah, a lot of Rocket League for one night, but I'm not complaining at all. You know, I'm excited to see our Condors play quite a few games in the span of a couple hours.
Yeah, that's it. Have you been practicing?
Define practicing. Solo queuing and then ball chasing a little bit, yeah.
That's practice. Yeah. I mean, I guess, are you good at ball chasing now?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a problem. We got to get you some training packs.
Yeah, I got to review my footage.
We'll get you.
Go over
we'll
it.
get you. One day you'll be on the squad. Right.
I graduate pretty soon.
Oh, okay, well, we got a tight timeline to get to then. And also, these players probably not going to want to give up their spots. They're two of them veterans. We have a new one on the team as well. In case you don't know them, why don't we show you? There's Cyber. You saw him spreading his wings.
Oh, yeah. There he is. The Condor. Fly, Condors, fly. Is that our motto?
I don't think we have a motto, do we?
No, probably not.
I don't know.
We should get on that.
Okay, well, you come up with something.
Okay.
Make sure it's not that one. but anyways, Cyber newest to the team, bringing a lot to the squad. They're feeling pretty good. You've seen it in their gameplay. Last time we saw them on the broadcast Monday, I believe it was, we saw them win confidently in a match they should. Even though there was a little bit of trolling, they still didn't give it up. And in the past, we've seen them give up some that maybe they shouldn't. But yeah, coming into the night where Cyber, is going to be taking that lead, and you already see him on screen, really giving the team the good old what for right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's locked in, and I think he's something that this team maybe needed going forward from last semester. A huge improvement just in terms of raw skill, but in terms of that also being ability to lock in and really play a focused game of Rocket League. That's something that Cyber really brings to the table.
Now, looking at this is NECC now. We've watched a lot of NACE throughout the week on the different sports. We're looking at NECC now. Give me the lowdown on the games tonight. So we got 2.
Yeah. Okay. So the first match of the night, that's going to be against, if you're looking at the standings here, that'll be against the 7th place team, the UCF Knights Academy, and that's our first game of the night.
Well, give me the later game tonight.
Okay,
the first, because we're going to talk. We have a lot of time to talk about that match.
Sure. The later game tonight, if you're going to go look up the standings, you're going to see Thomas College right there, and they are our second game of the night. They're supposed to be quite a formidable opponent.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, we're looking forward to playing them, and it's only going to be our second NECC match of the season, as we had cancellations due to the snowfall and everything.
Right.
So it's we haven't really gotten our feet wet in this division, but it'll be a good test of where we stand.
That's true. But then, as you said, the Knights, UCF Knights, are our first matchup. What are we looking at when we hit the field with them?
So the Knights, they are in 7th. They have yet to win a game in this division, but like any team in this division, they have their moments. They have their times where they shine, and we don't want to go in with, not giving them the respect they deserve out there. But we are expecting a win, and that is out of some words I got out of Coach Hurd right there.
Yeah, this will be good if they get that win. It'll be nice to give them the momentum they need going into their next matchup. Because these are all best of 7s, by the way, right? It's very easy to slip up a game here. So if they can go 4-0, it'll be nice. But they do also have to make sure that they are not playing down to the Knights here. If they do realize, okay, we're well ahead of them, we have to focus on maintaining what our game plan is. We've talked about this a million times. We have to focus on, if I'm going up, I know I can go for a double tap. Don't watch what they're doing. Don't play for their touch or their miss. Don't play down to them. Because the second you do that, you lose your momentum. And going into the harder matchup later, then you may find yourself struggling at the beginning of that series. Yeah,
exactly. That's definitely this. I think this game is, they're confident that they can win it. It might be a good opportunity to get like a real organized warm-up going. As I was talking to Coach Hurd again before the game as well. Because of the time slot and just the way things are today with reading week for colleges, they were having a hard time finding a scrim. The only team that was available for scrims was St. Thomas, and both teams decided to, or sorry, not St. Thomas, Thomas College, but they decided to forego it because they're about to play in 2 hours.
They don't want it.
So they played some ranked. They still got a chance to practice in that setting, but this is going to be the real kind of. I think maybe they make a few mistakes against UCF, but it might not cost them as much as they need to be, and this is how they kind of lock things in.
It'll let them get swinging before they get to a matchup that could go either way. So I think, this is a good chance. I'm glad that this was the order of things too. Because if they had started with that harder matchup and come out slow and lose that match, that's going to hurt them going into the next one, that potentially causing them to slip even further, even in a matchup they should be winning.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, despite UCF's record this semester as well, they were the team that knocked out the Condors out of the playoffs last semester. So they have, like they said, a lot of respect that they're going to be giving them on the field, and not just messing around, but we've made some improvements over the course of the change of the semester. So we have a little bit more firepower here. We're expecting to beat this team, but they can play.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, if we got Cyber on the squad now. It's obviously there's some growing pains that has to go with that. And there's some learning, and I expect the Condors to get stronger as the season goes. But already, I mean, like just adding that addition, you see him rocking in as that third man. And that's often where you see him, that anchor, that rollback. He's got smart positioning. And you hope that's what we see today. And it's going to allow 80 and Chunk to really be that offensive drive.
Yeah, exactly. He's always in that spot you need him to be. It gives Chunk likes to take a lot of, I wouldn't say take a lot of risks, but he likes to make a lot of impressive plays. And just having the assurance that somebody's going to be back there gives you all that you need.
Yeah, I said it was a little bit difficult, though, because he oftentimes in ranked ends up being that anchor player. So it's like it's a habit for him. And this is something new. We saw that in previous semesters where he was playing back a little bit further as that anchor, but it's changed now. So a little bit of a growth for him, but I think they're coming into it. And you've seen it here. I mean, you just saw right there, it was Cyber giving free reign to Chunk to move back upfield on the cut.
Yeah, absolutely. And just off to a pretty good start here, back and forth wise. We also have a new overlay. I don't know if you've noticed that, but we finally got a new one ported in for Baka's mod here.
Is that our new one or our old one?
It's it may have been an older one before I was here, but it's not.
This is our old one.
Not what we've been using recently.
Yeah, it looks new because it's our old one.
Fair enough.
That's why.
They were recalibrating it when I got here today, and I just wanted to shout it out for anyone who didn't notice.
But yeah, no, best of 7. Again, long drive here. I hope we could score soon, and that might be at Bardowski. It's not going to find itself in the net, but rather out of the net. But I like that we're starting to see a little bit of drive. You mentioned back and forth at the beginning. Now we're seeing a sustained drive on the offensive half. And Cyber, crossbar after crossbar, is going to have to clean up that accuracy because I do want to go on the back of the net soon.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to start bringing those down a little bit. Hopefully he's going to be able to find something off of this Chunk play here. As Chunk also hits the crossbar. Just a lot of crossbars for the Condors right now.
That one I'm going to forgive a little bit more. It felt like, again, he wanted to get off the backboard. I expected maybe even a flip reset there. Finally, a threatening shot at net, but it was saved out. Defense is holding on pretty strong from our opponents. Of course, they have an extra player in net in the crossbar, but they are making the saves they need to make. I'm just wondering when it's going to break. They've got to be hurting for boost.
Yeah, for sure. That was an eventful save on a really powerful shot that I don't think a lot of them necessarily expected coming out of like the team pinch there.
No, I thought that was in for sure.
Yeah. Got them now finally with a little bit more boost on UCF here. Let's see if they finally mount their first attack of the match. Over 80. Chunks there to save that one.
And another team pinch attempt as they try to move that down the other end. And a good demo there from Super. Actually buys a lot of space for them to get control at mid, but they just give it up. They bump each other, and that gives 80 the space that he needs to move it down into that orange corner. And again, it's Chunk running for a lot of that offense. Cyber keeps the midfield hold. 80 does get there in time, but he's not on target. They don't really have threatening shots. Cyber did his best, but yeah, it's from the corner like that, you're not getting the best chance to score.
Yeah. Right off the bat, this does seem like a lot more of a more tightly matched matchup than the game we played on Monday. So definitely, I wouldn't count UCF out.
Yeah.
Just in terms of their game speed.
No, absolutely. I mean, they've had chances. There's some heads-up plays. Like UCF definitely is aware of what's going on. Their positioning's not egregious. They had some super solid defense. The Condors really, though, had a lot of that pressure. We definitely have been the team on top. We'll finally get some shots the other way, crossbar in our favor. But, as long as they get a little more accurate with these shots, Condors are going to start to find them in the lead here. Cyber, he hits those. Double tap a little bit too soft off the nose. Counterattack chance, but shut down.
Yeah, what a play by Cyber to just follow that. Almost puts it home, not able to get it past Lou on the goal line there. This could be it. Yeah, that's it. That's the first goal. Cyber able to start things off.
Yeah, the second that miss on the defense there came out, you knew that's going in. Lou, bit of a miss. Maybe expecting the shot a little sooner. Cyber waits just a moment more and can bounce that one in.
Yeah, almost another crossbar, but I think that would have gone far in regardless.
It was close.
Yeah.
Well, PTSD on that one. But Condor's in the lead. That's what we're hoping for. A little bit late into the game. I did mention sometimes they have a slow start, and again we've found that here too. While they are not looking bad, I definitely think they're getting up to the ball in these contests a little bit slower than I have seen in the past. So they have a lot of room for momentum gain going throughout the rest of this series into that one later.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good cutoff by Chunk. Not able to really chase down the rebound, but that goes to what you were saying about just kind of upping the game speed a little bit, getting in the face of that defender who's trying to make the clear.
Yeah, unfortunately, 80 chucks that one out to the defense. Lou's going to take it away. They don't really provide any kind of threat down the other end, so Condors can hold it off. As long as we get this ball on the ground, we'll have game one in the books. But the possession's still slightly in the hands of UCF as they keep this one alive, but that should drop to the ground now as Cyber just has to tap it down, and there it is, game one. Not a super commanding win, but a win nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not well. Obviously, it's only 1 goal differential there, and both teams had their share of chances. But I think the Condors, in terms of scoring chances, you could see we're putting a lot more toward the net. Whether a few more of those crossbar goals go in the next game, I think is going to be really if they start to dial it in a little bit. It's
well, I
be
mean,
the divider.
You look at the shot difference too, right? Like it was 11-4.
Yeah.
You know, and I said that at the beginning. The first half of that was extremely dominated by the Condors, and unfortunately, you know, multiple of those shots were shots that could have been in the net, but hitting the crossbar early on turned into a low-scoring game. So if they clean that up, this is going to end up snowballing. Like they're going to start seeing some higher score lines. But overall, they did hold off the opponents, which was a good thing. Keep them at 0. All you need is 1.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about in the last games, they were doing, you know, some pretty elaborate kickoff. Well, elaborate might not be the right word, but they were doing some well thought out kickoffs.
Right.
We didn't get a chance to see a lot of them in that game because there was only 1 goal. I wonder if we'll be able to see a few more of them if some goals start going in this game.
Well, that's a good point. Well, they'll have to get some goals for us to get to that.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a good point. That's a good point about my good point.
Thanks for giving me a point for my point.
Yeah. This time, or this game, UCF's starting it off with a little more ball control, trying to get some shots on the corners net, but that's a little bit of a whiff there.
He's going
Nice
for the
super.
pass. He was trying to find a man middle, but just went past the ball.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Fair enough.
Yeah. 80's going to try and take things out here, but Super, again, there to cut him off. Doesn't matter as Chunk does get the clear. And the touch. He's going to finish that one off for the goal.
Hey, the opener for the Condors. Catch off the corner. Chunk says, thank you very much. There was no follow-up. Nice little snipe there. 2 defenders in net. Not a single one decided to jump for that. Catch probably after tapping it off the sidewall should have been on that backboard. If he had been on that backboard, he would have been able to drop down in front of that a little bit better. But yeah, a little mistake coming up from them, punished by the Condors. We won't say no.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Chunk there, you like to take that opportunity and see what you can. It's almost like a free goal. He reads those.
Oh, it really was, yeah. I mean, you got to get the accuracy still, but yeah. Besides that,
Yeah,
it was
just
handed to you.
A good follow-up off that clearing attempt.
It really has just been Chunk doing everything.
Oh, yeah.
At this point. It's just been him on offense. I haven't seen a lot from 80 yet at this point, to be honest. So I'm curious to see, you know, if he'll start getting in the mix there. They mentioned something I brought up a few times too, and they clearly recognized is they wanted to play a lot tighter second mans, and they said that's something they're aiming for. So I hope to see that a little more as this series goes on, heading into the Thomas one later.
80 was maybe thinking about it on that last play, but he did end up getting demoed before it could turn into anything. See if when they come back down the other field, we got actually some nice little passes to keep it in the corner there, but the Condors are able to handle that. Good bump by 80. Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Well, I said I didn't see a lot from him, and he's doing his best just to be that opener for his teams. Fortunately, they end up back in the blue half. Cyber with good control turns it around. We'll see if 80 can set something up here off that side wall. No 50 from us. Chunk will just control it back to our own end. That was exactly what you want to see. Back to Cyber. Unfortunately, he misses his touchdown the other end. So if you have to Chunk, there's a flip reset, but a little bit slow.
At least he's able to get in front of that so it's not a shot on net. Hard bounce off the wall as one player from each team pinches it, and that's going to be a free goal there for Catch.
Yeah, this 2 problems. One, 80 got bumped, and Chunk misread that corner bounce.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of he should have maybe left it, would you say? Is that a good way to handle that type of situation?
Yeah, I mean, the hard thing is that you do have that lifeline in 80 if you miss it, but he has no idea that 80's getting bumped back there until after it's happened. He's already up by the time 80 can make the call, so almost a turnaround. Good save from Catch. They're just going to clear that one hard. Catch with the doink. He'll go for a sidewall, but he doesn't have enough boost to make it threatening.
Cyber able to get half a clear, but then he is bumped, so they're going to have to circle back here. Is 80 able to knock that one into the corner? Gets past the first defender. Can he get past the second? No, Super is right there.
One thing the Condors are lacking right now is speed. I think they're getting caught in situations where they're landing with no boost, and they don't have that chance to follow through. I mean, you hear it in any sport, right? It's all about that follow through. The same thing in this. After you go for the ball and go for a 50, how are you carrying yourself forward? Are you able to carry momentum into another boost, into those pads? How's your pathing? And I think that's something that they are struggling with right now against UCF, UCF, that I think if they can also clean that up, they're going to find themselves much more in control.
Yeah, definitely. Just being able to keep that game speed is going to make things move a little smoother here. They've been doing a little bit better on the boost over the last minute or so, but overall, it might be a little bit of UCF cutting off the pads, but...
Oh, definitely. There's been times I've seen the Condors land and the pads are gone. 100%. Demo there. That could be a goal, and it is. Lou puts it right where he needs to go, and that defender's hard. I mean, 80 tries avoiding a dodge and then tries to cut the angle. That shot could be far side. It could be short side. You got to make a guess. It's like in like football. Yeah. Soccer.
Football is sort of right, too.
The goaltender's got to make a guess of which way he's diving, right?
Yeah, it was a well-placed shot by Lou as well. Just able to get it low there. I feel like statistically is maybe the shot you're not expecting if you're 80 in that situation. And the Condors find themselves down in this game. Only 15 seconds remain. Not in the best spot in the field here, but they do have a little bit of time. Last push here.
Now, real talk, the big thing that they're going to need is to work on that pathing. They may have a chance here. Cyber tries to get involved. Lou was getting bullied. There's one more potential chance. Catch has no boost, so Chunk can keep it alive, but we also don't have any boost heading towards this. But it's off the wall. Cyber and 80 up. They're going to work together. Chunk is there. Oh, tries to crank it home. Just misreads the touch. I can't send it in. Yeah, they need boost and they need speed. One way to fix that is, again, not going from ground to ceiling with aerials for your challenges, making sure you're getting your fast aerials in, which of course these guys will be, but making sure that if you're going to go for a challenge, instead of having someone at the top of the box go from the ground straight up and use all their boost, have someone come off that backboard and make that challenge, send it down to the guy on the ground, and they can carry it forward, pop it up again for an air dribble carry down the other end, but they're going to have all their boost. And that's something we really struggled with in this game, I think, was having a solid pathing, whether it was, again, UCF cutting that off or if it was our fault. That needs to change if we want to take control of this series.
80 almost started things off there. He did get bumped, so the UCF's going to find themselves on the attack already. Again, demo on 80 there as well. And Lou brings that out to the middle. Chunk's there to clear that one out of the way. He's going to bring it down into the the UCF's zone. Let's bring it out of the Condor zone.
But yet again, no boost every time. And look at this, same thing. Cyber straight up to the air with all the boost he has. Takes forever to fall down, and he's out of the play for a while, lands with no momentum. He was forced into that. Oh, my God. I almost went in. Yeah. But look at how many times they're ending up in the air with next to no boost. There's no follow-through at this point. They have to get control of this. Otherwise, there's a good chance that they concede another goal and can't score one of their own. They got to be on offense with boost.
Yeah, is that a symptom of maybe using the wall a little bit more on those approaches? That was a nice save by Chunk, clearing that one out as he had to play some shadow defense there with, again, little boost. Yeah, if it's using the wall, it might help them with conserving a little bit of that boost.
I mean, especially if they can chain dash. I don't know how confident these guys are in chain dashing, but
Yeah.
that's a harder mechanic to pull off consistently. But that'll definitely help. If they could do that. But
Yep.
that aside, if they can't go for that, then they really just need to do this. I mean, look at the second that they end on offense with boost, they're good. They want to kick off. Great pop out, and Cyber had boost going across that half line. The last, 5 times we've been on that side of the field, we've had nothing in our tanks. So if they can control that, but they need to watch and control those mid boosts. If they don't control those, I think that's what UCF is doing to be able to shut us down. Go immediately for a steal in one of the corners. You'll see this in pro play. I mean, the amount of times Violent Panda used to do this, but apparently Jack does this a lot. He'll go onto offense specifically to steal a boost. Right now, like Cyber's doing, even when we're back at midfield, and that helps a future play come out. But now we have boost on the offensive half. Unfortunately, that wasn't the touch Chunk wanted, but
Oh, it was a good clear by Super. Very fortunate for the Condors right there, as I think what he was thinking was pass to the guy in the slot there off the backboard, off our backboard, but just left free Cyber. And even without boost, makes no mistake there.
I mean, you don't need boost if there's no defenders.
Yeah.
We'll take time. But you've seen overall, they've been in a better position because of that. A little bump on Cyber there. Tries to play the 50 to Chunk. But also those, I have noticed Chunk sometimes being in it. Trying to pre-jump. What is going on? This is a scrappy part of the game. A few times we've seen Chunk go for like a read or something using his boost to float, and then the play just goes around him anyways. It's hard because sometimes you want to read and force a play, but I think that is a bit of systemically why we're in these situations.
That play right there looked like a little bit better patience by Chunk. Able to set it up for 80, and he just puts it above the net. It's going to be cleared out. But the Condors are getting a little bit better a little bit better possession now that they've been
Good pass.
a little more patient. Nice pass. Not able to find anything there.
No. But again, they're getting those mid controls, which is nice. And again, you want to be timing your corner boosts, your opponent's corner boosts too. It's something they just need to be aware of. Have that timing in the back of their heads. There's been 1 or 2 steals that I've seen could have happened that they just they skipped out on going for, and we've just gotten one stolen too.
I see what you mean. So now they got to start the timer for that corner right there. Make sure that they're one of the ones who are on it first. 80 able to finally clear it out after it felt like the UCF team had it pinned in there for a little while.
Ooh, Cyber's got a chance for solo, but he's a little slow-o to the ball, and he gets beaten out. 80 puts it off the corner. I was hoping maybe you would try to get a sidewall. Cyber's going to go for that sidewall, but it's a little bit too late. Some of these plays a little telegraphed. That yeah, UCF is managing to read a lot of them, and we got to give it to UCF. UCF, I'm talking about the things that we need to fix, but it's because UCF is giving us a good challenge. I mean, UCF is there in the way for a lot of these plays. Every time we go for a touch, they're there for a 50-50 and a chow. Free.
Oh, yeah. Chunk able to put that home. I thought 80 was going to score that one, but it's one of those goals where it hits probably 3 cars before it finally cuts into the net.
Yeah. No, that was good. Defender had nothing. 80 had a great touch. Honest, that touch he got there was super good to bounce up like that in front of the net. Whether it was calculated or not, you can ask him about that later, but it went where it needed to go for it to be slotted.
Yeah, absolutely. Condors are looking a little bit more in the zone. I may have said that too early, and Itty is there to make the save, luckily. But, I think things are slowly starting to click for them a little bit better now. They didn't have a scrim, so that was probably a little part of it. They had to just play a few ranked matches to get in the zone.
And we all know how great that is for practice.
Yep.
Yep. Solid read from 80. He makes those. Thankfully, he didn't have a defender to worry about.
he barely used any boost in approaching that ball. He just controlled the pre-flip.
It's all about knowing when to jump, knowing that momentum will carry you through. It's just an intuition thing after a certain amount of hours.
Just all timing right there.
Yeah, that's why we tell people early on, they're like, hey, I have 100 hours in the game. I'm gold. How can I get better? Just play.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give them like one thing to work on. But like, honestly, it's just at that point, it's just play.
It's
build the intuition.
It's secretly a rhythm game.
Yeah.
It's like, Guitar Hero, but with cars.
Well, we just talked about it. I mean, the boost timings, it is a rhythm game. If you get yourself in a rotation that is threatening challenges while also picking up boosts as they're spawning and going over them, it's a rhythm game. Yeah, you've got a rhythm going on. But instead of one player, there are 3 hands on the guitar.
Yeah,
right?
it's like the battle mode.
Yeah.
Minus the power-ups. That would be like Rumble. But
yeah, let's not play Rumble.
Yeah, no, thank you.
If we could do loadouts, I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, no, they managed to grab one away here. It looked a little better. They're starting to get the momentum. Again, the key thing is that when they were moving on offense, it was moving with possession and moving with boost.
Yeah, as long as they can keep doing that, I think they have a pretty good chance to start closing out this series.
Yeah, Chunk off of the Dominus and over. Oh no, sorry. I think there was something in my brain. Did that say Chunk for a second?
It may have. Yeah, Chunk is back.
No, he's in the Dominus style. I was
Yeah.
going to say, did he go to Fennec again?
He went Fennec last Monday to try some custom decals.
We were trying our
stuff,
decals, but yeah, they wouldn't work in these lobbies, unfortunately.
But that being said, gives him the hitbox he's used to. Although I didn't think he played half bad with the Fennec. Half of it's like mental and getting used to your own or to a new hitbox, but for the most part, it's a lot of just like positioning and decision making, which is going to be the same regardless what car you're in.
I'll call off there. 80's up for the flip reset over, and that's what I like to see. That was solid. I mean, 80 immediately goes for it and tries to get out of there. A few times we've gone up for these solo plays. Watch out, catch. Fakes it out. Cyber, patience. Good. You don't want to just bang that one away and give possession back. It's very easy to just get panicky on defense and throw the ball away, and then you're just giving your opponents another shot.
Especially when you're not working with a lot of boost.
Yeah.
Right now, Cyber was the only one with boost, but Chunk with no boost able to almost put one home there.
Now, something, again, I think they do need to be aware of is that they are being met on a lot of these chows. I mean, UCF is meeting you there. You go up for a solo play in the air, try to get another touch on it immediately up to the ceiling to get it around, because and consistently another UCF player is going to be there for the chow. Look at this. Every single time UCF player there. I saw a few times Chunk would go for a flip reset first rather than a first touch. I want those first touch first, then the flip reset.
Yeah, that definitely would help get them a little bit more room there. So kind of a floater ball here. Chunk's first to it, or second to it, but he didn't have any boost to work with. So just going to keep that in.
He was hoping for the steal. Unfortunately, it came out just a second later. Thankfully, Cyber got that one. Good slow play, but no one out the center of the box there. I'll have to back off.
Yeah. Still 0-0 halfway through this match. Another kind of a half shot attempt from the UCF team there, but Chunk with a slow play almost fools this defender here.
Yeah, we're not going to have much threat on this one unless 80 can make it away. Good call, too. I mean, he's got the boost meter above his teammate's head, so we can see Cyber has nothing, but he probably called 2. Got nothing. 80, you see him start boosting in. Oh, yeah, that's mine. Cool. It's interesting that we didn't challenge that, knowing that Lou was in net. That definitely was like a UCF mistake, that's for sure.
Expecting Cyber to do something a little more with the ball, because Cyber can be a dangerous player, and just almost having no boost in Cyber worked out in Cyber's favor that time.
Yep. The Condors starting to look okay. Their comms are getting into position. The unfortunate thing right now is that, they still aren't looking as confident as confidently winning this as I really think that they should be at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely not looking like necessarily the team that you want to see going up against Thomas College.
Yeah.
Big not rivalry, but a big game nonetheless.
I think they're working on it, though. I'm seeing changes, and apparently something great just happened that we didn't get to see, or was close to happening. Apparently, according to Coach Hurd's reaction of that one, and I think they've just scored.
Yeah.
And I'm actually kind of upset we didn't see that one.
That was a pretty big reaction.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
we have to point to the cameras. There you go.
Yeah, we'll just keep commentating based on the reactions here.
Do we have a? No, we can't. I was gonna say, do we have a PTZ that could get Coach Hurd to turn his monitor towards us?
Yeah, I don't know. That's probably against the rules in some way.
No, I don't think it's fine. Yeah. I mean, you can't cheat in Rocket League, so there's no real. The only one really is that if you're looking at your opponent's boosts, that's the only real problem that it can come into. So as long as we're not doing that, I'm pretty sure he's probably watching on a on a
spectator
screen share.
Yeah.
So I don't know if does he have a spectate slot? I don't think we get that many spectate slots to be in it. Yeah.
Well, there we go. We got the game footage back on for us at least. And the Condors just scored again, as you could tell by the reactions they just made.
Yeah, at least we'll get this one on camera. I don't think this one is as fancy, though. All three getting involved, though. I like that.
It's a nice passing play.
It's real good.
It's definitely worthy of some fist bumps.
Yeah. You know what's... That's... I'm upset because they finally started, I'm assuming, fixing everything we just talked about, and now are doing good. Because that play looked great. That was all three players confidently controlling the field, looking for each other, and they had boost.
Yeah, no, definitely. They're gelling. That almost goes home. 80 just hits the corner there, but that would have been a beauty had that made it past the.
All we had to do is pass the ball. That's all we had to do? That's what they're saying right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot simpler, or it's a lot harder than it sounds to pass the ball. But, I mean, when you're these guys, it's definitely doable.
Yeah, so I believe that's 2 on the board now.
Yeah, 80 with a couple goals himself there.
Oh, it'd be 3 on the board, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then we need one more. Pass this, and we can lock it in. Dropping 1 game. Mm-hmm. Which I'm pretty sure I said could happen at the beginning if they come in slow, which they absolutely did. Yeah. We've seen them do that if they're not playing their own game. It looked, though, by the end of it, they really started to play their own game.
Yeah, when you look at the shot differential, too, it was 8-5 that match. So Uni of Central Florida had a few shots, but didn't seem like any scoring chances. I mean, when the stream cut out for a little bit and Hurd was grabbing his head. I don't know if that's because somebody made a great save or because we almost scored, but it's a possibility.
No, it was close. It was definitely. I think they almost had something big, but then they scored right after. So
yeah,
that's okay. So yeah, the big thing that they've recognized here in this situation is they were playing to their opponents every single time you saw us going for 50-50s. We were being met at every single. Aerial touch there was a chow on it, and we just couldn't get out. We were landing with no boost and in bad spots. You could control it solo, but they realized, okay, the other option through this is one that we didn't bring up. It's start passing the ball to each other. Just start moving laterally instead of trying to win every 50-50. Just don't even take a 50.
Yeah. Well, they were able to take a 50 there off the kickoff and turn that one into a goal real quick. Only 2 seconds.
You were looking for.
Yeah, Chunk hitting the ball sideways with the car, and then 80 getting a clean win on this one. Yeah, we'll see. I think they're sorry, I cut you off there, but I think they're going to probably continue to bring the pace now that they've kind of figured things out a little bit here.
Yep, momentum is a real thing. Once your brain starts clicking, you get into that flow state. It could be real good. Off the backboard, Cyber waiting. Pops it to himself. He's buying time. Chunk might come up behind after the flip reset. Ooh, use the flip reset to get back down to the ground quicker actually was a fun way to do that, because the threat of the flip reset itself buys you space, right? So he had space to get back to the ground. I like the creativity on that play.
Yeah, definitely had the other team quake in their boots a little bit. Just, you know, they got to give Cyber especially the respect when he's got the ball. So definitely bought a lot of time for the team there as Chunk kind of came in and didn't really turn into much, but it was definitely a play that could have been something.
There's the musty off the backboard that Cyber has been practicing so much. He said he's practiced that one over and over and over again in a training pack. And you saw it almost turn into a goal before, and eventually turn into a goal just from that leave in the first place.
Yeah, this was a nice little fake out in the corner into a quick steal of the ball there, able to pop it past Lou and catch, and Super were just going the other way, not ready for that one at all.
I gotta say both Catch and Super not communicating on that one. That was really actually on Catch. Catch would have seen that Super was moving up as well and should not have been moving up the field like that. Maybe it's that they're starting to get antsy for a goal, but yeah, Catch should not have been up that far.
Oh, yeah, left a wide open net there, which Cyber has no problem hitting.
Okay, well, free ball for 80 off the ceiling. He's got a teammate. He'll just go for the shot himself. Almost converts that one. A little bump out there on Super. Cyber's got nothing.
80, or sorry, Chunk with a full tank here. 80 able to swing in for the pass there, but he's not able to hit that.
I like these forward plays that UCF's going for, but now it's us cutting them off. I wonder if, yeah, they'll get that boost there. 80 knows he can keep it close. Goes for a demo play himself. They almost get a chance in front of the net.
Definitely seeing a lot more passing out of the Condors this match. And toward the end of the last match, they're just, I think they're communicating a little better, but they're just putting it in places just like that.
Yeah.
Cyber goes bar down skis.
And here's what you see too. 80, I talked about getting the first touch first, immediately goes for that first touch over. Then if he can follow it up, he'll follow it up. But he just needed to beat that player knowing that they were there.
Yeah, they're using each other's presence here, and it's fun Rocket League to watch. Definitely makes the next game against Thomas College seem that more, give that much more anticipation to that.
I'm sad we missed a potential highlight play, though.
Yeah, I guess we wouldn't have even been able to grab it for the highlights after. Maybe.
Yeah. Do another one, guys. Do another one.
We've got 2 minutes and 11 seconds. There's a good chance they hit one more. Big save by 80 right there. Not able to get the rebound, though, as Catch pops that one over him.
Yeah, it was a good passing play from the opponents. Threatening shot forced 80 into it, but with no boost. It's hard to follow up that touch. It's hard to think about the next touches that you need to make after that. You just need to not get scored on when the ball's that close to the net. So 80 had to put that one just a little bit out of reach.
There's another attempt on the net there from from UCF team, but the Condors able to steer that one aside, and Cyber's not working with any boost here, so he can't really get it out. But Chunk's able to get some boost from the corner, give this one a hard clear.
Yeah, they're going for the downfield plays right now, which is good because it means they're starting to look around the field. I'm just happy they started connecting with the passing plays again instead of trying to go for those one-on-one individual chows. They're looking for those lateral plays, as I mentioned before, to try to keep as many options open as possible.
That was a good pass by 80 right there. Unfortunately, Cyber wasn't able to get the redirect he wanted on that one. But a good, oh, sorry. I was going to say Chunk made a good boost steal in the corner, but I think Catch was able to grab it, yeah.
It's what you want. As I said before, you start controlling those boosts, you control the momentum. It's hard to get down there because you're committing to guys so deep, but if you can do it, you're good to go. Oh, well, fake up from Cyber. I don't know what the defender was thinking on that one.
Yeah, I guess that flip threw him off a little bit because you do think.
No, he just couldn't get to it in time. Lou was trying to. I thought he was a little bit closer than that. Yeah, at this point, UCF they have to start committing things a little bit deeper. I mean, you were at that point 2 goals down still with a minute left. You got nothing to lose. You're on match point. You have to full send. So I expect there's a possibility of us seeing even a couple more of those. as UCF has to send everything.
Only 37 seconds left in the match here. Condors in a pretty good spot. The catch is going to go for send. That's going to be cut off by 80. And a good bump on the backboard, able to knock that one home. Nice little goal there by 80.
Yeah, 80 getting the 5th one on the board. Just has to put that towards the net. Go for a bump. A little classic.
Yeah.
Little classic follow through.
Yeah, those are fun ones to get. You really
Well, not if you're the other guy.
Yeah, no, I think that's what makes them fun, is because of how infuriating it is if you're the other guy. Yeah, just 20 seconds left. This one looks like it's in the bag for the Condors. But might see another push here from UCF.
I mean, it doesn't matter if they have another pusher from UCF.
Yeah.
You said looks like. No, it is. They're not going to be able to bring this one back. Condors will lock in their first win of the day. Their first match. They dropped it early on. Looked a little bit weak, but then fixed some of the stuff, I guess, that they needed to. I, again, still think they can go a little faster, but I like the direction that they're going. This is already better. This is already a team that will have threatening options in the next series, right? Because here's the thing. Those passing plays they're going for, you're not going to have that much time. Those might work 1 in 5 times, but the thing is, if you try to do it too many times, you'll be caught out. Possession will be stolen from you, and it'll be down your end. You have a player out of play. Now you're on a 3-on-2, and now you're probably getting scored on. So, yeah, they got to just be careful about when they choose to pick those and that they're not being too predictable about it, but I like that they have the options. Winning is all about option coverage. Yeah. The more options you have in a scenario, the more you can choose from, and then it's just choosing that right option. So they've got the flow now. It's all about making sure the next match they make the right option picks. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really cool to see if they can continue this pace of play against Thomas College, and maybe advance it a couple levels as well, as I'm sure Thomas College is going to bring their A game. I mean, that's what we were told. I mean, like, this team is 2-1 in the league right now, and we've played them before. We say we think we can beat them, but of course we say we think, right? So that implies that we know that there's a challenge ahead. Yeah. If we don't step up the speed just a tad more, could end up in like a 4-1 situation. But as long as the Condors hold this momentum, this really could end up going like to a Game 7 against their opponents, and in our favor, hopefully. Yeah. You always hope it's going to go to our favor, and it'll be. I lost my train of thought. I lost where I was going with that. But I'm just looking forward to it. Okay. So I'm hoping again for them that it is a win, because, like, as you said, they have all of their matches. Yeah. I think, like, pretty much like half their matches for NECC this week. Yeah. Or within a few days. I remembered what I was going to say. The Condors undefeated still. Are they in this division? Oh yeah. They've only played 1 game so far because they had the cancellations. So now 2, and they won their second one. Okay. Well, I guess I don't even know what time it is to know when the next matchup is going to be. 7:40. It's 7:40. Okay, so that means we got 20 minutes before the production just said it's 8 o'clock. Oh, so the match is ready. Oh, the game's the game's at 8 o'clock. I didn't know what time it was right now. So that means we got some time. So make sure you guys go and come back. Leave the stream up right now, at least, so in case you do fall asleep or something, that we still get the view from you guys. While you're doing that, go check out our socials, see if there's anything else fun that we've posted, and hit follow on all of them. Thank you guys for joining us right now. Some more Rocket League on the way. Another best of 7 just on the other side.
Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match. We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, and developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We are Condors.
If a career in esports sounds wow to you, it's not. This is where your profession plus your passion could come together. Would still need what traditional business would need. The more distinct difference is in traditional sports, no one owns the ball. But in esports, someone does own the game. And this is part of what we're going to discuss in this program. You'd be able to learn how to run an esports event on the operations side to the management side of it. Marketing and promotions, how to deal with sponsorships, how to deal with partnerships, and also a big part of our industry is social media as well. What you're working on now is probably also needed. This industry needs all kinds of professionals. If you're looking for change, this program could be a converging point. Good luck and have fun.
Welcome back. Back in black? Yeah. That's blue.
I love ACDC.
Hopefully we keep winning. That's really what we're looking for here. The Condors are on a win streak of 2 in NECC right now.
Yeah.
We are 2-0 against 2 other teams.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's better than losing. It's better than 1-on-1.
It really is. If you guys want to know what's happening now, we're about to play another team in NECC, and this team is 2-1 right now. So technically, we're doing better than them.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of state you want to be in when you're going into a game. You know,
That's
technically better. Than the other
that's exactly it. Show them, production. Show them how much better we are than these guys. That's right. We're above you. Number 2, baby. They're about to go 2-2.
Wow, we made a pretty big jump just from that last.
I mean,
game
that is what happens when people have not played a lot of matches.
Yeah.
We are about to get all our matches in. So yeah, Thomas College Black. Oh, actually, you know what? That worked. My intro worked really well.
Yeah, back in black.
Because Thomas College Black is the team we're playing.
That's what was on your mind. You know,
that's probably
you were
what
thinking of Thomas College.
It's also been a long day. I've been talking a lot today. This hopefully, again, will turn into a 3-0 for us. We tie with Daytona State Esports. Daytona, again, the clear best in this league. Our squad has talked about them a few times, saying that, yeah, when we have to play them, not going to be easy here. So we're hoping that this matchup is going to end up being a bit of a proof point to define that, yes, we are at least the second best team in this group.
Yeah, definitely. You want to cement yourself in there. You know, Daytona. You have your sights set on Daytona, which, not the NASCAR race, but just your sights set on Daytona. You have the Rocket League race, and that's who you want to be catching up. So if you can really prove yourself here against the St. Thomas, they got a dog as their logo. I'm guessing it's the Terriers, if I had to guess.
St. Thomas.
Sorry, not St. Thomas. Thomas College.
Thomas College Terriers.
Or what other dogs start with a T? I think it's the Terriers.
Is that a bear paw, maybe?
Oh, what kind of bears start with a T?
It is a terrier, apparently. Good guess.
My
Good
deductive reasoning
confirming.
worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you, production.
Well done. Don't think them. You did it.
Oh, yeah. They confirmed. I'll take it.
They got the fact check. You are God right now. Hopefully the Condors are. I was going to try to mix Condors and God, and I got Gondor, but that's a different lore.
Is that?
We've ended somewhere else now at this point.
Where is Gondor? That sounds
Middle
like
Earth.
a place. Oh.
That is in Lord of the Rings, my friend.
I'm thinking of. No, I was thinking of Anor Londo, which is Dark Souls.
Okay, now I'm thinking of Andor.
Oh. Lord of the Rings again?
No. It's Star Wars now.
A lot of places have door.
Yeah,
Hodor. Anyways, Condors. There's no door associated with the Condors.
Yeah, there is Condor.
The car door, also.
There are
League,
cars.
yeah.
We're playing Rocket League right now. We have lost our moment.
Sorry, we gotta get in the zone here.
Oh boy, yeah. Anyway, Cyber, Chunk, and 80. You see them in order there. Getting ready for their next matchup. They started to get in the swing of momentum there. Obviously, there's a bit of a break here that can hurt that sometimes, but they did start to get their warm up, and the fact that they worked through a problem. They started a little slow. We have to be real. They started a little bit slow. They were being boost starved so many times. They were going for chows every single time that was putting them in bad spots. And all of a sudden they decided we have more options. We can start passing the ball. We don't have to be behind the ball every single time. And that allowed a first man to drive into the offensive and be ready for an upfield pass or a side field pass, which then got them into situations where they were getting boost that was not in their own end that they were out of, right? So they started to now move on to offense with boost a lot better because of that simple decision to look for each other.
Yeah, it just shows how fast like something like that can snowball. Like you said, went from just like probably the decision was like, okay, let's use each other a little bit more here. Let's try and make some passes. Yeah. And to reiterate, it just all of a sudden you're taking boost pads. You're confusing the other team a little bit more. It's how one kind of small decision can really just make such a marked shift in how the game is playing out.
Right. What's Yuri doing? Is he trying to download their skills right now?
He's trash talking the 80 probably.
Yuri from the Hub setting up for this weekend as well twice. He's in here right now. I guess the the event, high school event going on this weekend here in the Hub. That'll be broadcast, so if you guys are around on the weekend, make sure you have that up in the background so you can join in the festivities.
Yeah, big Valorant tournament. I'll be casting some of the games. We got, of course, Willow and Curtis, our other 2 casters.
Nice.
They'll be in the mix.
Cove and Mute Chaos.
Yes, as you probably know them as those names.
Yeah, because they're cool and have gamer tags, unlike you.
I'm nameless.
You're nameless gamer.
Not to be confused with No Name. I was thinking maybe Eminon. That's No Name backwards.
Oh, Eminon. Okay.
But
that sounds like
it doesn't really roll off the tongue.
You sound like a level 50 boss. There's 80 levels. You're like a level 50 boss in an MMO.
Yeah, that's Eminon, the ruler of the keep.
Yeah. Eminon, the fallen.
Yeah.
You were once great, but corrupted.
Oh yeah. I picked up the cursed sword and never looked back, and now I guard a keep that is only inhabited by the souls of prisoners that have long gone.
Part of that definitely felt like came from Warcraft.
Maybe.
Did you ever play Frozen Throne?
I have not.
Oh, what an incredible I gotta say, that was the good old days of Blizzard.
Yeah, I know. I never actually got on the WoW train.
No, I never played WoW either. Warcraft 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not World of Warcraft.
No, Warcraft 1, 2, and 3, like the RTS days.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might have been a little before my time.
That's where Dota and League of Legends came from.
Wow.
It's Warcraft 3. It was just a modded server, like a modded game people played, custom maps.
Oh, cool.
And then it was called Dota.
Oh.
And a couple of people are like, we really like this. Let's make a standalone game. Hence, League of Legends came along.
This is a whole lore stream.
Yeah. You didn't know this, yeah?
Didn't know any of that.
Oh, well, there you go. Now you're gonna learn everything here. Yeah.
I myself have not played any League of Legends, but I was the observer the other day when Mute Chaos and Cove were casting.
How was that?
Good.
Did you fall asleep?
No, you know what? I actually had the opposite. I was like, wow, I really think I should start playing League of Legends.
No, do not make that decision.
It's the mix of the color scheme, the point and click, as I come from the old school RuneScape, and the medieval based stuff. I don't know, holds that soft spot in my heart.
The fantasy kind of stuff. Yeah,
fantasy. Well, it's a better way to say.
Yeah, they're in like that steampunk realm. Mm-hmm. You should try Warcraft 3 and Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne, the DLC.
Okay, I'll look it up.
There is a storyline where, and this is why it mentioned me, there's a storyline. I don't want to say too much, but there is a character that gets a sword, eventually becomes corrupt, and that that trope might have been extended from that, and that's where you got it from without knowing.
Yeah,
I mean that trope's been around obviously, but Marvel actually did that too with the Necro sword. Where are we going?
Yeah,
we're so in our match. So we've entered podcast.
Yeah, we're exploring the lore of fantasy style games.
Everything. At this point.
Yeah, definitely a trope that you get some weapon and you can't handle its power.
There's also Dane Whitman, the Black Knight, that gets what's the sword that he gets again? The Ebony Blade. And that corrupts him.
Yeah.
As well. Yep.
Does Darth Vader get corrupted by the Forces, or is he just like?
That's what the Force does. Yeah. If you're the dark side is the corruption given into. I guess it's less corruption. It's just power over different like emotions, right?
It's like having that power corrupts eventually.
Power does corrupt, but it's utilizing those negative emotions for force.
Right. Okay. Well, I haven't. This is a bomb to drop before a Rocket League game. I haven't seen Star Wars at least since I was like 7 years old.
Yeah. I'm also not an expert. There's a lot.
We'll get into
of
that later, but
extended lore too. But
finally, the match is starting up here, and it's gonna be a good one. Thomas College, the Terriers.
Yeah, the Terriers up against the Condors. Little doggo, you can't reach us. We're big birds flying through the sky. Let's see how the Condors do against them in a best of 7. We came off a win, hope to hold that momentum. We know this is going to be a tough challenge. See who opens that scoring first as Thomas College tries to do that with their first play.
Yeah, pass from Martzi up just a little bit wide, but the rebound is there for the pick, and 80 able to clean up that with a save. Another one for 80. He's just holding his ground right now. That's some good stuff to start with. You know, you don't want it in your zone, but if they are getting good shots on net, having somebody block those.
We'll try, but immediately the pace has been set, and it's been set by Thomas College. They are immediately telling us we are a better team than the people that you just played. You can see it in their positioning. You can see it in their mechanics, their follow-throughs. They had the Condors, honestly, in a position I thought we were going to get scored on for a while. The second we got one counter-attack, they were there, ready, and in control. So, yeah, Thomas College are not going to be pushovers, and one little mistake here and there will spell a goal in the Condors' net. Let's hope they can continue not making those mistakes.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing for the Condors, regardless of, you know, whether it's whether it leads to a little bit more struggle. It's definitely going to help them elevate their game, and I think they are going to be able to match this, hopefully, and get just right up to pace. Might take a game, but
we'll see. They're starting to struggle with no boost here. Awkward positioning defensively. This is going to be real hard for the Condors. Yeah, again, flipping into the ball when you maybe shouldn't be. I said, the second you have a mistake, and it started a while ago. First off, it's real hard. I mean, Cyber held the ball close, brought it to the corner, which eventually got pushed back. Now nobody had boost, and then Chunk flew by it, expecting a shot. There was nothing there. Then 80 flipped into the ball, went past it. They got possession again. There were a multitude of mistakes that started to snowball in that situation.
Right. Yeah, they're going to have to lock things in a little bit more, just try and reach this game speed without overplaying themselves.
Well, they are trying to play with a man up by midfield here, hoping to get a breakout chance. See, like this, we've seen generally a player in that position trying to push down the other end of the field. Cyber was doing exactly that. And that might give him the chance to get a scoring opportunity, but for now it at least just gives him a little breathing room.
I can see what you mean by Thomas College really turning over these mistakes really quickly. Like just a misplay going into the Thomas College zone right there turned into a carry and then a flick off the backboard that 80 was able to clear out. But yeah, they're turning not much into scoring chances here.
Conversion's good. Cyber had nothing on that one. A little Goomba stomp there on one of us, and we get pushed back. Chunk couldn't do anything, but 80 sneaks in there, and somehow I'm caught off surprise, just like Thomas was there. Yeah, that was a double commit from them.
Yeah, I think a good read by 80 there to just realize that there's a gap to be exploited and turn that one over quickly. Caught the two Thomas players off guard, and now it's a tie game.
Yeah, no, he moved in there. Marty tried to turn on it. You had that last third man committing to it and making a mistake. So now we know Thomas might make mistakes themselves. We catch them caught out guard. Great pass center there. Chunk's going to center it. You see that they're locked in though. They're not ready to celebrate yet. They understand how hard of a matchup this can be. But yeah, I love that they pounce on the moment. Both those defenders had no boost.
Especially when you're the team that's on the attack for most of the game, all of a sudden these chances come quickly the other way. I think it helps the Condors out a little bit. A close one there is maybe hits the post, but the Condors are able to get possession of this ball.
A little 50 there from Marcy. Cyber might have gotten the flip percent. No, he doesn't. That pushes them out. Chunk, solid clear. They need to make sure we follow it up. And you saw Cyber hold that midline because you don't want to just clear the ball down to center and have no one there to do anything with it. Otherwise, you're just going to give away another shot to your opponents. There's a chance. The Condors, Cyber tries to look for 80. He can't grind that one out in the corner, so Chunk takes over, goes for the bump potentially. He just takes it on the crossbar himself. He doesn't need anybody else.
No, that was a nice play by Chunk, just able to just carry that enough, get it just past Mavy there, hits the crossbar. Car's still there, able to knock it home, and that's another one for the Condors. Off to a good start here.
Key thing is happening. 2 of our goals now. Those defenders have had no boost. We need to continue doing that. 80 was in the other end on that play, stealing boost, and that's what I love to see right now from the Condors. They're making sure that momentum cannot shift into their side at all. Look, again, another boost still by 80. Chunk got the other side. This is exactly what I was asking for in that other series.
Yeah, it's given them a lot of control right here. They're able to make a lot more plays that involve a little bit more mechanical and speed. It also leaves the other team just that much more flat-footed.
Chunk takes it a little bit low, but Mavi maybe gets the stop on that, but no one home. Chunk's going to be there. 48 seconds left. The Condors, still game one. Don't get too full of yourself, but definitely I think it's the time to start being happy with yourself.
Yeah, they've done a great job of just adjusting to the game speed change with Thomas College and rising to the pace. Yeah, they're gonna continue on, see if they can get things. Cyber starts another attack right off the bat off this kickoff here and brings it to the corner as it's been mitigated by Strudel.
I might be getting hungry.
Yeah,
because I started thinking about.
Yeah, I was reading it
and strudel,
and then it came out of my face as strudel, and I'm like, that wasn't right. Then I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's strudel.
That's great. Well, we'll have to wait till later for some strudel, because right now we got to watch Condor's sweet victory. If they can carry this forward, 15 seconds left. They're going to have game one in their pocket. The question for them is going to be, how is Thomas College going to answer? And really, it's going to be the boost control on their own side. I mean, the Condors did a wonderful job backing off when they needed to, but aggressively moving down the other field when they had to. Look how far deep, as an example, their Cyber was on that play even. And that has been a key difference maker. They're not stuck. Let's bring this to MOBA terms, too. If you're going for camps, right, you're trying to just go around, get some camps, get some gold, a good thing, at least in Deadlock, take your opponent's camps if you can. If you can get in there, get deep, take those, because that's going to stop them from having the resources they need to threaten you later on. Same principle here.
Yeah,
this is the exact same principle. If you can get their pads, their corners, they have nothing to move out of their own end with. And that's what they're doing. And it also gives them the option that if they do want to have a hard clear, they can look for that other player upfield and go for some redirects.
Yeah, having that just adds such I was going to say verticality, but no, that's
we already got the verticality.
It's actually the if it's a cube, then it's the length.
It's the horizontal aspect.
I suppose I think the center line when I think horizontal, so that's why I crossed it off in my mental checklist. But
I see.
It gives them the length rather than the width.
Yes.
But yeah, just having that is going to continue to be huge if they can continue to do that and give Martzi, Mavie, and Strudel a hard time here.
Well, they have certainly started by giving them a hard time. 4-1 in game number one. They go for the cheat kickoff, but they're not going to be able to get that mid boost. So they only have Cyber and 80 to move upfield. Chunk will have to reset down the other end. I think 80 a bit confused on where the play was going there. He needs to get back because they also, got the mid boost. So this might be a sustained attack from Thomas College.
It's a good save there by Chunk. He was working with pretty much no boost, but he held his own on that side corner.
Yeah.
80 with a good demo.
Yeah.
Bring it on home for Cyber. That's a smart play by 80. Not working with a ton of boost himself. Keeps the speed up, just goes for that goaltender.
He almost actually didn't have the only reason he was supersonic on that hit was because of the wave dash. He was not going supersonic because he had no boost at that point. So he got the wave dash right into supersonic, got the demo.
Yeah, a matter of frames right there for that demo for 80.
It really was. St. Thomas, or not, I keep saying it too.
Yeah.
Thomas College is now playing from a deficit, which is what we like to see. Oh, what is that bump? Okay. They're playing heads up now. This is going to get real tilting for Thomas College. If they can't control that, I expect some retaliation on the physicality soon.
Yeah, 80 has really been just the stuff disturber over here. He's been just in everybody's face, making sure they can't get the touches on the ball that they want, and it's been making a difference in this game. There's one for 80, speaking of him. Able to get that sweet pass just left dangling there by Chunk.
At this point, Thomas College has some serious questions they need to be asking. And I got to tell you right now, after 2 losses, if you lose this one too, the answers might not come quick enough. They still have that chance. They still have the ability to turn this around. You know, this is generally where in other games you'd call a timeout. You know, after this game, you'd say, give us the extra 2 minutes. Try to ice the Condors, because the Condors are coming in super hot at this point.
Yeah, they've been just kind of having the answer for everything that St. Thomas has been bringing, even on that advance right there. They won the kickoff, they got a demo, and then Chunk was right there for a hard clear. He realized his own player was demoed. Just get the ball out of there for them.
Also knows what just happened there. 80, instead of trying to fall through on the play that might have been a little bit out of reach and just ending up with no boost on the wrong side of the field, you know what he did? Immediately turned around and got that boost steal. That is the core to their decision-making right now. And another one, it's all about stealing Thomas College's boost. If they get control of that, though, then we're going to have a little bit more trouble offensively. So we have just to make sure that we keep that pacing, that momentum, that rhythm that you talked about earlier.
2 big pickups on the back check for Cyber right there. He's going to have full boost trying to get this ball out of the zone, although it takes a little bit of an awkward bounce so he doesn't get it right out of there. But a nice save nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, you're starting to see, again, physical play the other way, too. Cyber trying to turn on that one, but he'll get bumped out of the play for a bit. We got possession now. If 80 can get that one up, he'll go looking for the bump again. He's got the opponent's heads out of swivel now. You saw them back off the play, and that gave us the space we needed. So yeah, 80's done his job in scaring them.
Yeah, that's a good headspace to be in when you're 80. You know, you find yourself, anytime I'm getting low on boost, it's okay to be upfield, so let's try and get a bump going here. Just throw them off their game. But yeah, like you've said, they have answered with a lot of physical play themselves.
I knew it would happen.
Yeah.
Oh, but a turnaround. They've overcommitted on their physical play, and we just get it barring out again. We've seen that a few times from us, but I love the counterattack. And what it does show is that we came into this with the headspace that we're going to be able to back off if we need to. But right now, St. Thomas is feeling the pressure so much that they're committing to that physical play without thinking about that back line anymore.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't have to do anything but just be the first one to that ball, and he was the first guy there. Led to almost a beautiful goal.
Second touch there from Cyber. Might not have actually done anything well for our team, but Chunk is just going to roll on through for some boost steals, and actually he's trying to stay in the play. Unfortunately, Strudel does work some magic and gets down the other end.
No one back here, but 80 is able to cut off the play that's evolving from Strudel as Cyber now has control, bringing it up the field. Does a little rotation in the air, almost a ground musty there.
Yeah, he was going for it. I mean, he was hoping 80 would get the bump. 80's been pretty key with that before. Good save from 80. You don't know if that flip reset has been successful or not.
That's the other thing is, I mean, when you do a little bit too many of the bumps, they start to anticipate it, but even just the anticipation of a bump is going to throw you off in a way too.
Well, that's where you get conditioning and mix-ups. You can start to play to that knowledge that they have in their head, and that's where fakes come out, which we missed earlier. That was the big play that they had. Fortunate situation almost happening there for Thomas College as it floats in front of their net. Still 2 goals up, 30 seconds left. Condors still playing it real strong right now. A bit of an answer back from Thomas College, and that's why things have slowed down a little bit. We don't have the 4 goals we had before, Andrew, but we're still in control.
Yeah, definitely some good pace control here. You can see on that last back check play, Chunk came in, demoed a player, picked up the full boost on the sidewall, and just kept moving at full speed, like just supersonic the whole way through his own zone, just rotating back at that pace. And it's been a good indicator of the Condors are feeling on right now.
Game number 2, going to the Condors against Thomas College. You know, the matchup they thought would be a tough one, but at this point, they've been locking in pretty solid. An answer back did come near the end of that one. Much as we predicted, we said expect some retaliation. We got exactly that, but it didn't really seem to faze the Condors too much. And again, we saw an almost mistake there from Thomas College as they committed to the physical play and gave up a potential counterattack. They got back for it, but there's been a few times that they almost got caught off guard. So keep playing this. Don't get ahead of yourselves too far here. I'm talking about the Condors. Don't get ahead of yourselves too far. Don't think you've got this in the bag. It's a best of 7 for a reason. Thomas College still has those 2 other lives.
Yeah, they still got a lot of time, especially in a best of 7. There is just there's so much time for the momentum to flow both ways. So you build on the things you've been doing right. You don't want to you don't want to get sloppy with it because St. Thomas is going to be a team that shows they can try and capitalize on those. They can make some dangerous things happen in the Condor zone.
Yeah, no, we'll see what they do to disrupt because there's 2 key things we're going for. One, we're stealing their boost. That's making it very difficult for Thomas to approach the blue half of the field with a threatening offense. And then 2, the physical play. That resets momentum. The second you take a player out, they got to respond, and that rhythm you talked about is missing. So those two key factors, if Thomas College picks up on and starts to go and do that to us, could start to hurt our momentum.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing like getting into a play, about to go for a ball, and all of a sudden you're sent into space.
Yeah. Oh, Cyber might have the 1v3 here. He can't get 50 in the right spot. Good play from Marty there to shut down Chunk, trying to move in as well. So it's going to be up to 80 to buy some time here for the teammates. He does exactly what he needs to do by doing absolutely nothing. There was no threat yet that he needed to get involved in, so he didn't need to commit to anything silly.
A close one, just a little bit above the back wall. Nobody able to get to that pass by Cyber right there, but a good touch just in the middle of what was mostly Thomas' possession.
Ooh, slow roller almost into an area that we would not have been happy with. Chunk wins out that 50, but he'll be able to play for a second, thankfully, getting that mid boost. Oh, no. Did he get a stolen from?
It looks like he may have gotten it stolen.
No, he did get
the
it.
Condors, they're working with a decent amount of boost themselves.
Yeah.
80
Good
with no
center. Nah, that's what you want. That's solid because this looks like a shot and a threatening shot potential too. Mavi was expecting that. Tries to get involved, and Strudel he has no idea where that shot's coming from.
Yeah.
The blind side.
Yeah, Chunk makes no mistake putting that one home as well. Puts it right exactly where it needs to go. If you time that a little bit wrong, you go far side with it, there's a chance Marty cuts that off. So
Yep.
Great shot placement as well.
Good 50 there, actually. 80's going to be able to get control of this. Off the wall, off the ceiling. What I was asking for before. Love to see it. And now Cyber picks it up. He'll get a flip reset. He's got it, but can he use it for anything useful? Not really. Strudel gets that one out. Condors have to be careful. We were missing a player on that back check. Chunk is finally there. Fakes out the flip reset. Maybe not intentionally, but it works.
Yeah, that was a good, almost turned into something. He almost got a little ground pinch on that as well.
Oh, watch out. That could be a threat. Strudel shut down.
Good challenge by Cyber, and then Chunk right there. Puts home the long goal from his own end.
It's this lack of fear of playing upfield that the Condors are finding success in. And you see it mostly, again, just because they have boost now. They are ready and willing to move upfield instead of hanging back. It really was that they were just playing behind ball almost that entire first half of that first series, and that is just drastically changed now.
Yeah, definitely playing at a Condors game speed right now. They are just on the move, making plays, and they have people in the right spots when stuff doesn't work out like that. 80 just sees that Cyber's getting challenged here. It's like, okay, I'm just going to get in a fortunate place for that. Makes no mistake putting this one home.
Well, there's two things involved in that play. One, it's Cyber getting a great 50 to his teammate. They're calling out the positions, but it's also, again, 80. You're right, playing, not afraid to play up. They're playing for that, knowing Chunk's back. Previously in other matches where I said I know they have more speed, we have had that second man in 80 or whoever it is, playing so far behind, expecting a loss on the 50, playing defensive-minded, and getting trapped in their own end. They're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, still half a game to go here, so they're not completely out of it, but they've definitely been having a little bit more control over the the Thomas team here. 80 wins that 50 on the wall, puts a nice pass to Chunk, who's going to put it in the corner. So he's going to buy time. Strudel doing the wall dash.
We got some chains there. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he was chaining his way down the wall, but it didn't really result in too much for him.
No, he just wanted to remain a threat. The speed, though, from Cyber. Yeah, that's a threat.
This is some mind-blowing Rocket League from the Condors team right now. They're just making perfect passes. An absolute rocket sending that one home, too.
It's absolute trust in the fact that that pass will come to you. We're not just clanging the ball down the other end. We're clanging it into a position that our teammates will be in because, again, I'll reiterate, they are not playing afraid right now. They're playing confidently in their positioning as second man, and that's why you're connecting with plays like this. Without a confident second man, that does not happen.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. And just look at the patience by Chunk. He jumps early, gets the defenseman all worried, and then he's like, never mind, I'm just going to rotate and tuck that into the smallest crevice between all 3 defensemen. That is a great shot by Chunk.
I mean, at this rate, with this answer, if we could replicate this going forward, this is closer to that speed I said I knew the Condors could have. And Thomas College, while we thought they may have been a threat, maybe we should have had our sights set a little bit higher at, say, a team named Daytona.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely we're going to be on Daytona's radar after this one, as the Condors are just continuing to bring the speed here.
No, at this point, I mean, drastic measures are going to be had for Thomas to be able to put this back. With a minute left in game number 3, 5 goals up, they're going to have to look at a reverse sweep. There's no chance, really. I don't say no chance, but the chances are very slim for Thomas College to pull back game number 3. They're probably looking at an L on this one as well, another blue tick for the Condors. So if they have an answer, it's going to have to be drastic.
Well, there's 1 for Strudel, but it's 47 seconds to get 4, which is, again, not impossible, but quite drastic, like you said.
Well, same thing there. Great speed from Mavie. He was confident that his teammate was going to get that touch and play pretty deep. He had no boost if he didn't get that play, though. He was out for a while, but it's those risky plays that oftentimes will turn into a high reward.
Yeah. If you're the Condors, I think you want to get 1 answer goal here just to,
Reset it, yeah.
Remind yourselves.
Okay, Chunk. All right, I'm glad we got that one on camera. Look at this. Just a beauty. Flip reset off the backboard. Bang!
Yeah,
Look at the angle on that.
How's that for an answer goal?
Yeah, you were asking for it just a moment ago, Andrew. You got exactly what you asked for.
Thank you, Chunk. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, can we get the Brazil now? That's the question. 30 seconds left. I'm actually confident that we'll be able to get that.
What is the Brazil part?
7-1 scoreline.
Okay. It's a possibility.
Referring back to Germany beating Brazil 7-1 when Brazil was favored in the World Cup.
That's a nice pass from Chunk. Cyber can't get that to go right out front again.
No Brazil.
No Brazil.
Sad days.
Yeah.
It's a bad omen going forward. I think we lose now.
Yeah.
As long as 80 doesn't break any rule ones, we're fine.
Yeah, I think we're in the clear as long as he doesn't do that, as he infamously did a couple
Multiple
weeks ago.
times now.
Monday was a 50% rule one. It was almost there.
We gave him a pass on that.
It was the bounce off the bumper, but yeah, you don't want to be messing with the vibes.
No.
Speaking of vibes, what I was going to say about this team is that it seems like they've really kind of, maybe it's part of like not having a scrim when you have a doubleheader game. They didn't have a chance to scrim, so they're maybe now just hitting that real like in the pocket flow state that you want, in your first match, but by now is kind of hitting for them.
Yep. No. And also it definitively was the singular. In my opinion, it was the singular decision to allow second man to play aggressively, play past ball. Don't play behind ball every time. Obviously, you've got your deep third man playing back in case you lose 50s and that. But play a confident second man at ball or past ball. That gives you the options of boost and boost steals. It gives you the options of passing plays. It gives you an option of following up and creating threats.
Yeah. Also gives you a lot of options for different bumps and just physical play as well.
This is the one where I wish we had like a replay drawing system. So I could draw this out for you guys. Show a play from before how they were playing up to how they're playing now. And you're like, oh, that's so obvious.
Yeah.
Because it is, but in the moment, it's hard to think about.
Yeah, exactly. Just I want to get a proper breakdown with diagrams and everything. Just really help the viewers at home and also myself.
Pull up Paint.
Yeah, Microsoft Paint.
Now let's do Super Sketch where, okay, we'll get production to pull up Paint, and then I'll instruct them what to draw.
Yeah.
I'm not drawing myself.
So you want one line going from the middle.
Yeah.
Ooh, just off the crossbar there. Sorry to break the paint riff.
But no follow through.
We're getting some looks right now. A couple crossbars, but Condors continuing with the momentum, it seems.
No, they definitely are, and they're still looking for the physical play. That's what you want on this rotates out. Look for that third man bump.
Nice flip there by 80 just to get enough contact on that. to at least not drop it in front of our own net, although maybe didn't get the touch he wanted there.
It's a good pop. Unfortunately, Chunk had no boost. He's going to pre-jump save on that one. Cyber can follow that one through, but they're going to be low boost now for the defensive half here. They have to be very careful. This is going to be a threatening offense for probably the next 10 seconds. Fortunately, though, for Thomas College, that next in backed off the rotation.
If you're Thomas in that situation, I think you want to kind of keep the pedal down there.
Yeah,
especially
no, absolutely, because the boost was about to spawn too.
Yeah, a nice shot there, also by 80, just saved by that Thomas defense, but Cyber's there to pick up the rebound.
That goes in.
Ooh.
I certainly thought Marty, as slow as that play was going, was going to make a save here.
Yeah, he gave me analysis paralysis on this. Marcy in the same boat.
You know, that's a situation where I actually probably would have advised Marty into an inside-out save, squishy save, because driving up the back of the net gets you that height. He had no boost. Marty had no boost, so yeah, getting yourself on the inside-out probably would have given you a better situation there. But again, when you're stuck on the goal line like that, ball above you, it's really hard to make a call.
It's a split-second decision against Cyber, who is one of our most dangerous players out there. I think they realize that a little bit.
Not a crazy scoring situation. Mabby's starting to rock out some of the mechs, though, off the ceiling. Flip reset, Musty.
Yeah, that was a pretty flip reset. He did a 360 on the underside of the ball.
Or technically, was that a breezy then? I think that was a breezy.
I don't know the nomenclature for that one fully, but it looked impressive nonetheless.
Nobody really does the breezies anymore. They're flashy but inefficient.
Sometimes, I mean, in a one-goal game, maybe that's not the best spot to pull out the flashy, but
no, that one was actually a pretty effective play. But Condors, again, as you said, only up 1 goal. At any moment, things could turn. So they got to keep pedal to the metal. Don't let up the gas, and keep those threats going. You even when you get a cushion, you don't want to give up that pressure. But obviously, you can relax mentally a little bit more when you have that cushion.
Yeah, 80 able to take this one to the corner after the Thomas College advance didn't really result in too much for them. He's able to pick up that boost as well, which is going to help him circle back into this play. Good bump from Chunk.
Oh, and a second one.
There it is. That is Chunk doing what he needs to do right there, just clearing out the goaltender, not once, but twice. Giving 80 a nice free shot there.
He's a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
He is just taking out everybody. Watch out. It's chaos. And all of your plates are broken.
Yeah. 80 continuing the physical play, gets a dunk.
Oh, Cyber! Wow. Ow! What are you doing?
Yeah,
that is not fair. Oh, look at this. Fakes out on the first one. Oh, no, you're missing it. Bring it back. You missed the fake. Yeah. No. Fakes him out and then just clanks the next one out. You missed the best part. Oh, that sucks.
No, I saw it.
No, audience didn't get to see it.
Oh. Yeah, that was a nice play by Cyber. Really gives the Condors a commanding lead right here with 1:22 left. I was just going to comment on the demo off the draw that 80 did, but Cyber had to go ahead and stunt on everybody.
Yeah, what a great play. Now they're feeling it. Now they have the cushion, and now they can take the gas off a little bit by means of having fun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't want to get sloppy. A minute's still enough time to get 3 goals, but it doesn't look like the Condors are gonna lose any momentum here.
Yeah, no, at this point, that's all she wrote. This is going to be a 4-0. I'm completely confident there will be no caster curse on this one because it is full control from the Condors. They're looking good. They got the momentum. A simple decision changed the course of the entire night for them. Had they not made this decision, had they not had that clarity, this could easily have been a 4-0 the other way.
Yeah, definitely just getting the gears turning a little bit against that against the UCF team there. Just really made the Condors just play some really entertaining Rocket League, to put it frankly. Some very nice goals.
So I'm wondering if one would go in. I mean, you see a little bit of goofy play coming out from Condors now defensively, but they don't care. They're almost another for the road, as you said, but they're just in this to win this, and that's all she wrote. Condors shutting down Thomas College a team that they thought maybe was going to give them a challenge, but it seems that inevitably that was not to be. What is Coach yelling right now?
He's saying hooray.
Oh, they're emoting on them.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Let me check on him. Is he okay?
Oh, no.
Did he eat is that a tub of yogurt? Did he eat a tub of yogurt?
Yeah, a entire tub of yogurt.
I don't think he was keeping yogurt in there.
Yeah, it could be like candy or something like that.
It's not exactly a desk snack, a tub of yogurt.
You can see the vibes of the crew are immaculate, and there's a reason for that. Twofold. One, they just got to win on a matchup that they thought would be difficult. And two, they held in a lot of that. I mean, oftentimes we see them goofing around having fun mid-series. And with Cyber's addition, he wanted to take those in-game comms a little more seriously. And you've been seeing that. I mean, in those first 2 games, they were getting wins, but they were not really allowing themselves to explode past a moment of like a singular celebration. It was, okay, keep ourselves serious. We gotta lock in. Like this could go bad. And now at the end, though, everything that was clogged up has just been let loose.
80 had to emote. It's what you get when you hold it in a little bit. You get to really celebrate there.
Yeah, no, that was good for these guys. I know they're going to feel super happy about this. I mean, like they had to just clog up all their matches to like 1 week, and to be able to make that click at the right moment is good. Knowing that you had to make that click against a team that was sitting at the top of the group.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to know that like that was the team they had their sights set on. Besides Daytona, of course. And to kind of like knock one of the 2 teams down, that's a good thing. It's also, they 4-0'd them, so that's a really good sign heading into their match against Daytona when they do have that.
Exactly. I mean, because they now have one of those out of the 50% of the jobs done when it comes to the top of the leaderboard. If you can get Daytona knocked out too, great. But even if you don't, you're still sitting at a 3-1 at that situation, which is, again, at the top of your groups.
Yeah, exactly. And then even looking forward toward playoffs puts you in a good seed. Just makes things move so much smoother and gives you the confidence as well.
Now the problem comes is for Thomas College, what matchups do they have left? Are these matchups that they should confidently win? And do we end up in a situation, if we do lose to Daytona, do we end up in a situation where we have like the 5-1s or 6-1s, whatever, ties that we have to deal with? Now the good thing is we got the head-to-head on Thomas, if that's how tiebreak. I don't know how they do the tiebreakers, but if that is a situation, we do have that.
I mean, the other thing is the sights were over. It is early in the season. The sights were overset on Thomas. There's another team that could be sneakily good too, right?
Exactly. Anybody can really step up. I mean, you're looking at the Condors. Maybe people weren't knowing what they would bring with the addition of Cyber to this, right? If they were looking at previous results in matches last semester, they wouldn't have the correct information because Cyber obviously adds an extra element to this team.
Yeah, absolutely. How about that fake?
Oh yeah, no, that was good. I think overall, I think the squad should be real happy that they were able to make that decision. And as long as that is what they're doing going forward, honestly, they're in good hands. Obviously, they'll have a tough matchup against Daytona, but realistically, that is the precedent. That is the way that these guys need to be playing going forward.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to make for one heck of a season to watch.
Yes, that is certainly it. I think there was an interview afterwards, so we're going to go to a break and go talk to them and see how happy they are. We'll see you in a few moments.
Conestoga College is setting the stage for a new era in gaming. In 2025, we're opening a state-of-the-art esports venue, a premier facility for high-performing gamers in Canada.
In this 10,000 square foot facility, we're putting you in the center of the action. The facility will have 50 top-tier PC stations, 5 console stations, immersive VR stations, a team operations room, a full production suite, and a premier competition stage.
Esports is a rapidly evolving industry with global viewership of 532 million in 2022. This initiative goes beyond esports. it's also a platform for forging bonds, making memories, and creating connections.
Since 2020, Condors Esports continues to evolve, providing industry-leading facilities and experiences to the esports community.
Conestoga's esports venue expresses a sustainable and intentional future to compete, play, and work, all powered by gaming.
And we've got the winners, the victors, big dubs today. Superior athletes is the word I'm looking for here. Because you also, you just said it, you got some hockey after. That's why we're doing you first. You got to get out of here. How was that? Big dub here and then big dub later?
Yeah, that was pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie.
You guys didn't think that coming in though. It did feel like there was some respect being put on Thomas College's name here. He thought, okay, this could potentially be a challenge for us. I mean, I noticed a very specific click from the series before to this one. For you guys, when did that happen? When did you recognize, okay, we got this?
We realized like first or second game, to be honest. But like we knew the second game was gonna be harder, so we locked in and they just kind of got shit on. So.
We've told you.
We won.
There you go. Last one before I let you go, because I know you got to get out of here. That was an intentional falling emote? You emoted on them at the end.
Oh, that was embarrassing, bro. That was the worst attempt ever recorded in history.
Okay, well, I'm glad that it's there, clipped, and forever recorded for the next 100 years.
No, I'm not ready for that, to be honest.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to let you go because I know you got to bounce out of here. So good luck on that. Well, who's up next? Who's coming up next? Mr. Chunk, stand up. All right, cool. As I said, it started off, it felt like a little bit slow in the series before. I mean, like that felt like a team that you should also have been confidently 4-0-ing in that. So what was maybe for you guys going on in that moment? It was just maybe not being able to get scrims early on?
Well, I was going to say the first part, we didn't get a scrim beforehand, so we just played ranked before, which we didn't lose a game, so, that's a benefit.
It's still ranked.
But it's ranked, right? So it's different, and so we didn't have, like, a proper warm-up, so that game was essentially was our warm-up. So, we had a slow start, but we picked it up. We realized we needed to keep it close, keep control, and get around them, play beats and stuff, so.
Yeah. No, that to me is what it felt like. It felt like, okay, we're playing a little scared behind ball. Let's start moving up, get ourselves a little free from our own end, and then it felt like the freedom really launched out.
Yeah, I think the big thing for us we're working on is our rotation. And because AD and Cyber are both really big twos players, and I'm a threes player, we had to figure out our synergy in that sense. And I think we did click on the first in this series and the next series as well.
So I guess the question for me is because it's very easy, and we've seen it before where there's the slow starts, now that you're like, okay, we have a solution that worked, do you guys feel like you have that simple answer to just remind each other, hey, we're starting slow, let's do what we did last time? Do you think it's easy to get back into?
I think after these two series, we do have that one thing, which is that control and that possession, those beats. That's the thing that's going to help us lock in and like remember like, oh, we're playing bad, we should probably remember to do this. But yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
I think we do have it from this game. But yeah.
Cool. Hey, well, good. Big dubs there. Let's get Cyber up here one more time. So I guess who's making the calls on that? Like, hey, this is the flip we got to make.
Mostly me, to be honest.
That's why I'm asking you the question.
Yeah. AD just likes to not be locked in sometimes, and that's honestly just it. He just as long as you get that, it's all AD, man.
He talks all the trash, man. He talks all the trash.
So I mean, I do see it. Something I mentioned, and I was told that you wanted to bring to the squad was having some more of that. I guess just at least in-game seriousness, like to make sure to lock in. We can have fun, but we still just let's keep it clear here. Has that been working? Obviously, you're making jokes of it, but has it been working overall just to make sure, hey, we're locked in the games?
Yeah. We just stay locked in, and honestly, if we're just having a good time and we have the good mental going into it, it's just, we play really well. So that's really it.
I guess just looking forward now, I think Daytona is one of the ones in that group that you guys are still thinking forward to. I guess now that you've found this kind of click and you're finding some answers, where do you say, I guess, those chances have it feels like they've probably gone up when it comes to this matchup? Yeah,
they've definitely gone up. We just have to look for like each other and our teammates and just like the passing and keeping it close. That's really all it is. And as long as the AD can hit the ball, we kind of just win.
All right. Well, again, big dubs to you there. I'm gonna get one more. I'm gonna get one more from Coach here. Yeah. Let's get you over here. Because it seems like we don't need you anymore. They're good. It's really cool to see them be able to click like that.
It is. The results speak for themselves, right? They found something that works for them, and really it's my job to just try to keep them on track in the sense of where, they have too much fun, or maybe we forget some of our fundamentals, where when we need to adjust, we forget the things that we're already doing well sometimes. So I'm a pillar of reminder to just stay where we're at and build from there, as opposed to get a little crazy, get a little wild, especially when we get like 3-0 up and we're 6-0 in a game and pulling some clips and then we got to reset for the next one, right? That's the big one. Is just I treat it as like a, hey, forget those games, treat it like game one at this point. It's kind of a simple way to look at it, and I think it helps those guys remember too. And then Cyber on the field is a great anchor point for them as well, because 80 is a mess to keep in line sometimes. So we do our best.
We're working out here, and apparently was that his bucket of yogurt he was eating on it?
So that's the new cookie vessel I bring everything in. Yeah. So it's easier for me to bring a couple of those rather than 4 bags of cookies. I got to keep these animals fed. Like that's really what it comes down to. Yeah.
That's fair enough. Hey, well, again, congrats to the team. Big dubs, Daytona. Looking forward in that league. But again, good luck, guys, on all the matches going forward. Looking good right now. So if you guys want to see it, make sure to continue to join us. We're going to be back for regular matches on Monday, I believe at 7 o'clock. And then on Saturday, we actually have that big event, the festivities that we had mentioned earlier. So 9 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, if you're awake for that, join the stream. If not, at least, again, leave it open the night before. So you wake up, it's the first thing you see is the Condors. Thank you guys for joining us. Hit all the follow and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you Saturday.
Good luck today.
Thanks, man.
How I'm loving life these days. See it falling into place. It's coming together. I don't even need to chase it. You see it written on my face. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days. It's the right time, right place. How I'm loving life these days.